Hello there, this is Carlo. Welcome to another video. And what I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about, or talk to you about, is, as in the title, why I think you should join Creative Cloud. Now, for all you guys that don't know, and there will be a few of you out there that don't know what Creative Cloud is, it's basically owned by Adobe. And it is used for you guys to basically download and own all the Adobe programs: After Effects, Premiere Pro, Auditions, Photoshop, so on and so on. Now, before I get into the topic, I just wanted to tell you a little story um, about a company. And I'm going back about good 12, 13 years. No, maybe longer, about 14 years. I was out of work. I applied for a job working in a publishing house. And this job wasn't, it was media related, but I wasn't doing anything media. My job was basically to sell advertising space in a very popular London magazine. So this was a pristine, big publishing house, magazine publishing house. Now, I was doing really well in the job, and I was there for about, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, longest. And I came into work in the morning, as I did every morning, to start my shift, and I noticed there was a few people missing. I thought, what's going on here? This is a bit strange. So, as the days went on, more and more people were leaving. So I thought to myself, what's going on here? Are they getting rid of people? They must be getting rid of people. There was so many rumours going around the office, as you could probably suspect. Where's he gone, He's been sacked? Has he left? Has this person left? So on and so on. Now, cut a long story short, this company was done for piracy. They were using cracked versions of Photoshop, InDesign, so on and so on, to edit their magazines and run this publishing house, a very, very successful publishing house. And they were caught using cracked versions of, I think it was Adobe InDesign and Photoshop, to create their magazines. Now, I was called into the office and I became very good friends with the person that ran the magazine company, and I had to be let go because of this situation. The publishing house was closing down because of what they did, and I found out about what had happened because I was very close to the guy that ran the company. So, here's what I'm trying to get at. Yes, there are visual effects programs out there and they're very, very expensive. No one's saying that they're cheap. But the cool thing is about these companies, they do offer you options. They offer you financial options or finance options. They offer you monthly subscription, so on and so on. And some of them monthly subscriptions are quite expensive. I agree with that. But you have to think about what you want to do with your company, whether you're into making a visual effects company, whether you're into a movie production company, music production. You have to think to yourself, if I want to start one of these companies up, can I afford the tools to do the job? And when I do have these tools, can I make sure that these tools are legal rather than unlegal? Now, I do grant you, there's a lot of people out there that want to get into After Effects, that want to get into Premiere Pro, that want to get into Maya and suites like that, but they purely can't afford it because they come from countries or places where there's no money. and this is not an insult, this is just a fact of life. They haven't got a job, but they want to do these things anyway, which is fair enough. You know, you have to do what you have to do to get by, to enjoy what you want to do or what you want to be in life. Now, the biggest company out there is Adobe. Everyone that's into movie making, everyone that's into visual effects, CGI, use the Adobe suite. And the reason why I'm making this video is because to tell you guys, or try to explain to you guys how important it is to pay for your tools, because of what you're missing out on and what you're risking your company to become. If you're doing this as a company, if you're doing this as a hobby, do what you want. But I'm talking to the serious film guys here. I'm talking to people that want to set up their own visual effects companies, their own movie making company, even if it's from making short films, animated films, or just doing wedding videos. Always make sure that your products are legit, because things can happen. You will get caught. You know, people will catch you if you're running a big business, because if you've got a massive film company, like for instance, I don't know, if you're a visual effect company like ILM or something like that, you're looked into, you know, you're researched upon, because these visual effects people that make the programs always want to see where their work's going, how it's been produced, so on and so on. Going back to the story I just told you regarding the magazine company. Now, going back to topic, joining Creative Cloud. The benefits you receive when you join Creative Cloud are second to none. They really ain't. I mean, they really are. Sorry. People that have got cracked versions of Premiere Pro, After Effects, InDesign, Auditions, whatever, you're missing out for a small fee. Now, I don't work for Adobe. I've got no input with Adobe. I'm not doing this because I'm speaking on behalf of Adobe, because they're big enough and ugly enough to speak for themselves. I'm doing this because this is my personal feeling and this is how I feel. Now, we all want something for nothing in this world. And this world is built on people who love a bargain. It's as simple as that. If they could avoid paying for it, they will not pay for it. But if you do pay for it, your benefits will outseed, or let me get this word right, outseed, is that the right word I'm using? And become more better than if you're not paying for it. For instance, I pay for Adobe Creative Cloud. I pay on a monthly subscription base. I pay about $50 a month, which is nothing. And what I get from that is regular updates. I get the latest version of every single program in the Adobe suite updated. Every time they release a new release, I can get that free of charge. It's as simple as that. I've got things like Adobe Stock that I can rely on stock footage if I need some stock footage for a product. Not only do I get that stock footage, I get that stock footage licensed. Okay, so it's copyrighted to my production. Things like that. You know, I don't have no grief. That's the big one. Grief. When you run a crack, you are running grief. Headache. Headache. Can I get the latest version? Ooh. If I update it, now don't get me wrong, I know what a crack is. I'm not stupid. I know people that run Adobe software and programs on a crack, and I let them get on with it, because that's the way they choose to run their business. That is the way they choose to what they want on their systems. That's not down to me, that is down to them. And if one day they get caught, that's their problem. They're going to lose everything. They're going to get fined, they're going to lose their business, they're going to lose everything they work hard for what? $50 a month. And that's all Adobe Creative Cloud is, $50 a month. I may get a lot of hate for this video, but I hope I don't, because what I'm saying is the truth. I'm being honest as I can with you guys, as I possibly can. Okay? If you can afford to go legit when it comes to your program, then go legit. You know, it's especially if you're running your own business. So I get a lot of people messaging me, Carlo, can I have this plugin? Can you send me this? Can you send me that program? Can you tell me how you do this? Can I get this? Can you give me this? And I don't do it. I don't give out my programs. I don't give out my plugins because I don't see why I should break my ass to take the right route in life, take the right path, do well, and do well enough that I can afford to buy these programs. Only for John to turn around to me and say, can you give me a copy for nothing? Life don't work like that, guys. As harsh as this sounds, life don't work like that. If you want something in life, you have to go and get it yourself. You have to work hard and believe in yourself. Believe that you're capable of achieving what you want to achieve in life. I'm not rich. I've come from a poor background. I don't have lots of money. But what I do have is a goal. And what I do have is vision. And a lot of heart. And that's the main thing. And I go out there and I make sure I don't stop until I get what I need. That's why I can afford to have the Autodesk suite fully licensed. That's why I can afford to have the Adobe Creative Cloud fully licensed. And all my other programs fully licensed. And if I can do it, I'm sure you guys can do it as well. And this is not a video of hatred or being a hater. This is me saying to you guys, if you want it, you can have it. And you'll feel a million times better for it. Trust me. You'll feel a million times better running your company the legal way. Having programs on your system that are legal and not cracked. Because someone out there, for instance Adobe, have worked their arse off, their absolute arse off to create a product that they want to sell, only for someone to rip that program from them and get it for nothing. There is nothing for nothing in this world. You don't get nothing for free in this world unless you lick the pavement, unless you go in a bin. But there's a lot of people that are going to look at this video and probably give this video a thumbs down because they like the freebies, they like the free products, they like running their life on the crack. And people like that are lazy. People like that have got no vision because all they will have in life is the ability to get programs for free because they don't want to pay for it. And I don't get that. I don't get how you can live your life pouncing off the sweat of others, because that's all it is. When you get a program that's cracked, you're pouncing from the person who's worked hard to create it. And that's not right. That really ain't right. Now, you need to do what you need to do to survive in life. I know this. I know we all, have our ways. Some people are going to say, oh, I can't afford to buy these programs because I've got kids, I've got priorities. And so have I. I've got kids. And I've got priorities. But I still can do it. I still can do it. So for all you guys out there that want to start your own movie making company, visual effects company, CGI, whatever you want to do, trust me on this. Legal is the way to go. Now, you'll probably look back on some of my videos and see Hackintosh. Now, Hackintosh is totally different. Hackintosh, I've downloaded the programs from the official Adobe website, Apple website. They're free. El Capitan. When I used to do Hackintoshes, then programs are free. They're non-chargeable, so that's totally different. This is not the same as running a cracked version of Creative Cloud. This is not the same as running a cracked version of the Autodesk suite. Totally different. When you're ripping off people that have worked hard to create a program and they want to sell it, and you're taking that away from them, you know what I mean? You never feel great. It's not only that, you lose the benefits that these programs have to offer. You lose the updates, you lose the stability of that program, of that pack. You lose everything to do with that program, you know. The comfort of knowing that, oh my God, you know, we got in June the latest Adobe suite coming out. I'm sitting there thinking, cool, just click on download when it comes out. Update, thank you. But then there's people out there that are running on the crack thinking, please, I hope they find a crack for this one so I can have it for nothing. Hope. Life wasn't based on hope. Life was based on doing. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a strange one for me, but hopefully you can take some of this in, guys. Do you know what I mean? I'm not having a go. I'm not being a prick and trying to be jolly big bollocks because I buy my stuff, because I'm not rich. I'm poor. You know, I ain't got fucking shitloads of money, but I can still do it. And this is my point to you guys. If I can do it, and I've got kids, and I've got a family to support, and I ain't got a lot of money in the bank, you can too. You can too. Just find a way around it, and you'll feel a lot better in yourself, and your company would run a lot better legally. So as always, guys, like rating would be appreciated, and I'll definitely catch you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.